My beautiful friends, we are living in an unbelievable age. Unbelievable. I mean, we went through so much, but in one generation, so much is happening. That's unbelievable. Within, the last 40, 50 years, 6 million since the destruction of the temple. Nothing so terrible. Since the destruction of the temple, we didn't go back to Israel. So many wars in Israel. So much is happening in the world. In a crazy way. Unbelievable awakening in the world. And friends, I'm sure it's clear to you. Let me say this to you at the outset. The awakening is not only by the Jews. There's a tremendous awakening in the whole world. There's tremendous awakening in the world. Such a hunger for something deep, something awesome. Let's start from the other side. You know what death is? That suddenly the body and the soul are not close anymore. Friends, death is not only the body and the soul. I love somebody very much, and then suddenly I don't know their name anymore. They died. Last week I kept Shabbos like the Baal Shem Tov. The next week I decided I don't want to keep Shabbos anymore. I don't care. What happened? Shabbos died. What happens to so many thousands of young people who go to yeshivas bringing up this fire? And then suddenly they decided, who cares? Take off my beard, my pants. And I don't want to be a Jew anymore, who cares? I died. What is dying? I'm not close to it anymore. What is the world looking for the most? What the world is looking for the most is being close. What is the world looking for closeness? They're crying for it. There was never a generation with so many young people that angry at their parents. These are the same young people 100 years ago would think their parents are marvelous. They're not close to me. Why are so many marriages breaking up today? Which is sad, but also a good sign. Because people want closeness. 100 years ago, someone gets married. Her father's a Ger Chassid, and his father's a Ger Chassid. How far can you go, right? Have you ever seen anything more? There's the same thing in common. He likes Kugel on Shabbos. She likes Kugel on Shabbos. I've never seen anything so beautifully matched. Huh? He likes her Scheite, and she likes her Scheite. So, just madly in love with each other, right? Today we want more than that. I want so much more. And what people want today is closeness, depth. I want you to know something, my friends. Maybe 100 years ago, certain people, we would think of them as very holy. Today they have our doubts. And I hope you should. 100 years ago, someone is a big tzaddik, right? Very holy. And now I'm not talking about the real tzaddik. The real level I'm not touching that. We're talking about Chassid, right? As a Steinmann, a Beckische, is considered holy. But the only thing is, he's always hitting his children, hitting his wife sometimes, once a week, maybe twice a week. 100 years ago, this person is considered holy. Today, damn it. I think God needs his Shabbos, God needs his grammar. God doesn't need you. You know, the world is growing up. And he let me share with you a title from Tzedek HaKohen, which is awesome. And just please remember it. Tzedek HaKohen says the world thinks that generations go down, less religious. He says, let me tell you a title which I heard from a Henneke Rabbi Auschwitz, who heard from the Yitter Kodesh, who heard from the Holy Lublin, who heard from the Yohan. And he noticed that the outside maybe is not so clean anymore. Maybe on the outside we don't look so holy anymore. But the inside is getting more and more pure. Inside. You know, friends, we're living in a world, basically every person has to decide for himself, which side am I on? Am I judging people by the outside, or am I an inside person? Outside, I meet you, I ask you, where do you buy your meat? Glatt kosher. My eyes are popping up. Unbelievable. I mean, how far can you go, right? You mean to say every piece of meat you put in your mouth is mamish glatt kosher? God never had it so good. Then I ask him, where do you down? Somewhere. Chassidische Stiebel. I can't believe it. Outside stuff. Inside. I'm sure you eat kosher. I mean, how can you do not eat kosher? There's no problem. I'd like to know, how much have you cleansed yourself from anger? How do you look at other people with good eyes, with bad eyes? How much do you love every Jew in the world? But tell me the sad truth. How much are you ready to give your life for the lowest Jew in the world? How much you love the world? It's God's creation. Don't tell me you love God, but you can't stand the people in the world. Because God created them, right? And then he says, I can't stand them. I said, brother, maybe you were a big tzaddik 100 years ago, not today. Okay, here I want to open a little bit and talk to you. Rabbi Nachman says when a person is very sick, he needs strong medicine. And the more, God forbid, the person is sick, the greater the doctor has to be. And just want you to open your hearts, friends. Maybe until the Second World War we could manage even just keeping the Torah and non-Gemara Taisvos. I'm not, God forbid, saying not inside Jews, but without this fire, without this awesomeness. After the 6 million? You know, my beautiful friends, what happened after the 6 million? We need it so much. In order to make it, to keep on believing in God, you have to be very close to God, otherwise I can't. Unless I'm very, very close to God, I can't make it. I want you to know something very deep, friends. I love this girl very much, and I'm so angry at her. And in my heart, every minute I'm writing another letter to her, tell her how angry I am at you. I never want to see you again. And then I think I'm going to call her up and just tell her the truth. And then suddenly one day I see her on the street. It's all forgotten. I just love her so much. I want you to know that there is only one medicine against anger. Closeness. How often you're close to somebody, anger disappears. You know what the Zohar says? What happens Friday afternoon? The world is full of anger. That's crazy. The world is full of anger. People are angry with each other, we're angry at God, we're angry with ourselves. What happens a minute before Shabbos? Anger disappears. Because suddenly we're so close to God. And hopefully Shabbos, we are so close to each other. I'm not angry anymore. I cannot be angry at somebody who's there next to me. Can't. Can you imagine how much gates God opened for us after the 6 million? The deepest gates in the world. The absolute deepest gates in the world. Being close to Him again. So close. I want you to know the basic difference between the Snagdim and Chassidim is very simple. From the Snagdim, the essence is do everything God wants you to do. And please don't read me wrong. I don't say the Snagdim are close to God. But this is just like a little bonus. If you're close, you're good. If you're not close, so you still have to do what you have to do. Chassidim, the whole thing is, I want you to be so close to God. You know, I don't want to learn Gemara just to know the Gemara. I want to learn the Gemara to be closer to God. I want every word of the Gemara to bring me close to God. And here I want to share with you something very deep. You know that there's gradual becoming holier and deeper, and there's just suddenly something happens and I'm just on the highest level. And I want you to open your hearts. This is good stuff. Every Friday night we're saying Kol Mekadesh Vi Kol. Whoever keeps the 7th day like it's supposed to be. But then Kol Shema Shabbos. To keep Shabbos, Kedos Machalolai, the Gemara says, without burdening you as Hebrew, Atikra Machalolai L'Mochalai, Schora Havamah. That means some people keep the 7th day, and some people keep Shabbos. And if you keep Shabbos, then your reward is endless. But what's the difference between keeping the 7th day and keeping Shabbos? You know what the 7th day is? The 7th day is still a little bit in comparison. Gradually. Friday, Sunday, prepare myself. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Friday, Shabbos, I'm higher. But it's in connection with the 6 days. Do you know what Shabbos is? It's not higher than the 6 days. It's not more beautiful. It's something else. How do you know how much you love somebody? I love this girl very much, and in her presence I feel better. I feel more peaceful. I feel more elevated. It's cute enough for a little date today, for Sunday afternoon. What's sweet loving somebody? In their presence. I'm somewhere else. Somewhere else. So you understand, friends, I don't need a Shabbos just to make me better. Because we're living in a world that's so hard. You have to struggle so much. You have to struggle so much. And I don't want to be just a little bit holier, a little bit better, a little bit deeper. On Shabbos, I want to be someone else. You know, like, imagine I have a vacation. I can go to the mountains, but it's still near New York, right? I imagine I'm going somewhere to Singapore. More exciting, right? Somewhere else. Do you know what the Holy Baal Shem Tov taught us? Shabbos is not more holy, more peaceful. You know, look around. Some people have 7 days. I mean, they are holy 7-day Adventists among us also. It's the 7th day. Friday night they eat kugel, read the Jewish press. You know, last week Eliezer and Michelle and I were together. There was some mamish frum people, right? Talk about politics, about this one. Sweet, right? A Shabbos day, but it's 7-day Shabbos. It's not Shabbos. Shabbos is something else. I want you to know there are some people who look at Israel like 7-day Adventists also. The shrines are beautiful, I was there, you know. I done the boardwalk, usually on Shabbos, but this Shabbos I done by the Holy One. What's better? I don't say anything bad. What's better? What's more beautiful? I mean, you know how religious I am. I don't have to tell you. You read my article in the Jewish press 2 weeks ago, why I am a Jew, unbelievable, right? What's bugging us about Zionism? I hope you share the feelings. I'm not talking about real Zionism, God's Zionism, Venus Zionism, talking about Park Avenue Zionism. They say the Chinese have Peking, the Germans have Berlin, we have Jerusalem. Nobody can take it away from us. Breaks my heart. Touches me so deep, right? There's nothing wrong with Peking. Peking happens to be beautiful. If I tell you Yerushalayim is more beautiful than Paris, maybe not. Yerushalayim is more beautiful than Amsterdam, maybe not. But you know what Yerushalayim is? Oh, Yerushalayim is something else. Yerushalayim is something else. It's not more beautiful than Paris. It's Shabbos. Shabbos. And the world is so hungry for minutes, for days, for an experience something which is so deep, so holy. So holy. So holy. You know, friends, I was always telling, I'm sure you share my feelings, I hope you do. What happened in the 60s? Why were kids so hungry for drugs? Maybe they didn't know how to do it, but you know what the insights were telling them? I need something so holy. I need something so deep. And look at my parents. Their Shabbos 7 days Adventist. My father and my mother are not even 7 days Adventist. And their presence, anger, hatred, stupidity, nothing. What's so big of that? What are we learning in schools? Nothing. But you know what they reminded us of about? You need something so special. We need something so deep, so deep, so deep. I want you to know, friends, it is clear to me and hopefully to you also. You see, if someone says Chassidus after the 6 million is the same like before, it's not true. It has to be so much deeper. It has to be so much deeper. Oh, your heart is deep, your heart is deep. And again, you see all those real big rabbis, the open gates for you and for me. Won't you know there's a Torah from Tzedek HaKohen, which is awesome. He says some rabbis wrote their Torahs for their generation. Some rabbis, he said, wrote their Torahs for generations to come. Tzedek HaKohen, everybody knows. Whatever I say won't be now the greatest of the great. He says, I want you to know that my rabbi, the head of the Yeshiva, the Auschwitz, and some of us, you and I, have the privilege of learning. Oh, he says he's talking for generations to come. It's unbelievable. It's so deep. It is so deep. It is so deep. I want to share something also with you. You hear what I'm saying, friends. Orthodoxy is beautiful. But just orthodoxy means I'm keeping everything. I need the fire of Hashem. You know what else? I need the fire of Auschwitz. It's still burning. But you know the way it's burning now for us, for you and me? Not a deadly fire. The fire which gives me strength and courage. Because it's clear to me that my uncles died in Auschwitz, they didn't die just for me to keep a little Shabbos home and buy glad kosher meat and eat gefilte fish Friday night. They opened gates for me for something so much deeper. So much deeper. I want you to know, and share this with you, please open your hearts. Everybody knows that Avraham Avinu, his whole thing is Atmasasach, bringing in guests. Okay, now everybody knows that until Avraham Avinu entered the covenant with God, the Torah does not write about his Atmasasach. After Avraham Avinu entered the covenant with God, a whole parsha, 2 parshas, Avraham Avinu was sitting out his tent and he was really in pain. And God was speaking to him and suddenly he sees 3 pagans. And he runs and he offers them, each of them, he's slaughtering an ox for everyone to show them how precious they are to him. And here, Mama, you have to open your hearts, friends. You know, we're living in another world. I mean, in a world where something unbelievable is happening. There's like a Baal Tshuva movement, right? And again, I don't want to get involved in it right now. We're not taking advantage of it, and if you hear me. Don't think we're taking advantage of it. We are tolerating it. You know, friends, when I can make $1 million and I make $1,000, I'm grateful. God opened gates for us to get thousands of kids. And I'll tell you something else, and please don't hate me for it. If you think only He wants to do tshuva, the world wants to do tshuva. The world is ready to come close to us, and we're pushing them all the time. We don't know how to do it. But let's forget about this part. There's 2 ways, again, of greeting about tshuva. I can say to him or to her, you know something? Gewalti, you smell bad from your previous life. To close my eyes, I can't even look at you. My eyes are so holy. And you know how holy my life is? I don't have to tell you again. I'm sure you read my article in Jewish press like myself. But it's I was holy. But can you imagine how holy I was when I was 20? Awesome, right? When I was 30, I was afraid to look in the mirror. Couldn't bear to look at the holy face. I'm not ashamed to tell you the truth. So I'm looking at this about tshuva and I say, brother, sister, I can't look at you. maybe you'll shape up a little bit, you keep Shabbos, put on film, go to yeshiva. Again, maybe 20 years from now, you'll maybe reach my level when I was 7 years old. And maybe not. I'm humble. I'm lucky. Let me tell you, friends, what is the difference between walking into a stranger, walking into your own home? I told it my friends 1,000 times and to myself. Imagine I fall in mud. I'm smelling so bad, I'm ashamed, dirty and filthy. And here, sad enough, I didn't get my act together yet. I'm staying in somebody else's house. I knock 4 o'clock in the morning on the door. Oh, I feel so bad. They open to me and says, well, what happened to you? And I have to make excuses and tell them, Tyler's, it's not my own home. I wish I could take a bath, but they look at me in my bathtub when I wash your dirt. Why didn't you go somewhere else? It's not my own home. What happens to me when I walk into my own home? Do you know what happens? They hug me and kiss me and say, I'm so glad you came. I'm so glad to see you. I missed you. You're dirty and filth? No problem. Take one bath. Here, I want you to open your heart in the deepest way. Until Avraham Avinu entered the covenant with God, Avraham Avinu was a holy man. He tolerated paganism. The pagan comes to Avraham Avinu and says, it's true, you're pagan, but I feed you because God wants me to be good. I'll feed you, bring you some bread. But the way you are now, you're not really precious. I tolerate you. You're a pagan, I'll give you bread. I'll give you leftover kugel from Shabbos. After Avinu entered the covenant with God, you know what he said to those 3 pagans? It's your house. It is your house. So glad you came. What do I do when someone comes and it's so precious to see them? Turning over the house? Imagine the Holy Baal Shem Tov would come to visit me. What would I do? I wouldn't know what to do with myself. You know what Avraham Avinu did for the lost pagan? I don't know what to do with you. I'm so glad to see you. And it says, Rashi says, he was sitting at the door of his tent, and all the great rabbis said, he wanted to see if someone did something wrong. He wants to come back. Avraham Avinu paved the way, Avraham Avinu is paving the way for us, for you and me, and hopefully, to know how to greet those strangers, how to open our hearts for them, tell them how much we're waiting for them. And here I want you to do something so deep, and again, we should share. There's 2 ways of doing tshuva. There's one way of doing tshuva because everything that did so far was wrong. Well, I read an article again, the Jewish press and Jewish Weekly, laws of Shabbos, and I realized I don't keep Shabbos properly. And now I know I'm a Jew, I'm learning the laws, I got to do it right. There were a few other Jews who became other Jews from the Jewish press because they read the laws. There are some idiots. What's going on in the world today? They realize I want something so much different. I'm so hungry for something so holy. Something exalted. Why young people running to Yerushalayim or Kodesh? There's nothing wrong with New York, nothing wrong with Paris. Oh, am I hungry? God am I longing to tell them